Hi everybody, Sean Woodland inside the CrossFit Update studios. There are some Masters athletes who are in the unique position of not only getting ready for the online qualifier, but also for regionals. And one of them joins me now via Skype. She is fourth in the Australia region. She is Helen Harding. She's 40 years old, also getting ready for the Masters Online Qualifier. Helen, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Not a lot of people know you. You're sort of a new name. I know you've been to the regionals before with Range of Motion, but help us get to know you a little bit. What's the scouting report on Helen Harding?
Well, I'm 40. I've been doing CrossFit for 2 years. So I have a background in gymnastics, which obviously I retired a good 20 years ago, but still quite a gymnastic person. So yeah, find my strength very much gymnastic movements, anything to do with handstands, pulling on a bar, push-ups, and basically just cardio. So that seems to be my wheelhouse.
Last year in the Open, you finished 26th in Australia. You jumped all the way up to fourth this year. How did you make such a drastic improvement in such a short time?
There was a few factors. Probably there wasn't a 1 rep max in this year's Open, which helped me. Last year, that really knocked me right down the leaderboard, and it took me the whole of the rest of the Open to crawl back into the top 30. Whereas this year, 16.2 did obviously get heavy, but yeah, I think the workouts were better. I'm a lot more well-rounded than I was a year ago, so my skills are better. I'm definitely stronger, and yeah, actually, yeah, I enjoyed the workouts. They were all pretty good, actually. They were quite Helen friendly.
You have the unique honor of being able to not only try the online qualifier for the Masters competition, but also go to regionals. You're going to do that. What's it going to be like when you step out onto the regional floor and you look around and you realize, you know what, I might be the oldest person out here right now?
I think I will be the oldest person out there. I think that's like, without a question. Yeah, I mean, in myself, I still feel like I'm really young. So I guess age isn't really a barrier. But yeah, my husband did point out that I actually could be some of the mother of some of the athletes out there. And that did make me cringe a little bit. No, it's like, oh no, really? But yeah, it'll be good. It's good. It's good to still be good at something when you're old, actually. And it's good to give the younger generation a bit of a run. So yeah, there's some satisfaction in that.
I'm not that far away. I mean, I'm removed from 40. I've passed that already. So let's not call 40 old yet. Like, I still want to feel like I'm kind of young. There's a big difference between training in your 20s and then training in your 30s and now training in your 40s. You've managed to get better, though, as you've advanced in years. How have you managed to do that?
I've had to learn to train smarter rather than just doing a huge amount of volume. I have 2 rest days most weeks now, and I've taken up yoga on one of those days. I don't do as much volume as some of the younger people, even in our gym, but I think I just work harder and smarter because of it. And in all honesty, when I have a rest day, I'm so desperate to train the day after. I actually think I just go way harder because I know that I'm trying to make up ground. So I think it's actually a good thing.
We have the online qualifier coming up. You're going to take part in that. You're also going to be at regionals. So what does your training look like right now to get ready for both of those challenges?
Since the Open finish, my volume's definitely gone up. I think the online qualifier is very similar to the Open format, so I haven't really been doing anything too specific for that, other than maybe a bit more ollie and lifting. The Masters, the regionals, I've definitely introduced some extra stuff, rope climbing and a few, a bit more dumbbell, kettlebell, a few other different bits and pieces, and a little bit more just general weight behind everything. So, but yeah, I've had a pretty big couple of weeks of training. I actually lost my rest day for a couple of days on a Wednesday, so it's been a bit controversial, but I seem to have coped.
There are a lot of talented women in the Pacific Regional. We all know how tough that regional is. What would it mean to you at the end of the weekend, you're in the top 5 and you're going to the CrossFit Games as an individual?
I think I'd be so stunned, I wouldn't even know what to say. I didn't even expect to be in the top 5 from the Open, so qualifying for the Games wasn't even on my radar. It has been mentioned a few times by people, and I think I was just like, oh really, you think like me, top 5? So yeah, it would be pretty good if I did. My main goal was to qualify through the Masters, but look, I'm one of those people that will do what I can do. I will go hard no matter what. I can't control what other people do, so I will just go to regionals and give it my all. And if the workouts are, suitable, then who knows how I'll go.
You mentioned that it was your goal to go as a master. You're in great position to do that. So what would it mean if you don't qualify as an individual, yet you still get to go to the games and compete in the 40 to 44-year-old division?
Yeah, that would be great. And that has been, like I said, my initial goal even from last year. So I watched a lot of the games last year, and I was thinking, I think it's something I'd quite like to do. So yeah, I'd be very, very, very happy to qualify for Masters. It looks fun. Yeah. And some of those girls are, the top 10 particularly are very, very strong, actually. I was amazed at the number and the depth of the quality of the athletes. So, yeah, I think the Masters would be pretty fun as well.
Helen, we wish you the best of luck in the online qualifier. Also at regionals, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Helen Harding, who has 2 chances to make it to the games, not only as a master, but possibly as an individual out of the Pacific region.